It's important for children to attend school each and every day because when they attend today, they achieve tomorrow. Last school year, 52% of our students in the Savannah-Chatham school system missed 10 or more days of the school year. And so if half of your students aren't going to school, it's a problem that our community needs to address.
The definition of chronic absenteeism is when a child misses 10% or more of the school year, which would be 18 days. In the state of Georgia, you're considered truant once you've missed 10 unexcused days. So it can be a really big problem, and those days add up quickly.
We know that it's very important for students to be in school, particularly at those primary grade levels, because if our young people cannot read by third grade, the trajectory for them is not very pleasant. Those elementary years, those are the formative years. They need to be in school. It's not just about the academics, but also the socialization and the other things that are so important at those formative years.
Studies have shown that children who don't attend school are more likely to engage in drug use. They're more likely to engage in risky behaviors. When children are in school, they're in a structured environment where they are getting constant feedback from trusted adults about whether the things that they're doing or not doing is safe, whether it's healthy.
So what we want our families to know, if you are experiencing any problems, any barriers to academic attainment, please reach out to your school social worker.
A school social worker's job is to help to remove any barriers that a student might have from attending school. We are a resource to parents and families. When we find out what the issue is, we try to connect them with community resources. We try to help them problem solve. Sometimes it can be as simple as they don't have enough clean uniforms or they don't have a way to wash their uniforms, and so they're not sending their children to school. So we can link them with the schools. Some of the schools have resources where the uniforms can be washed there. Sometimes the problems aren't really that big. They just need to have somebody reach out to them and talk with them to see if we can find some resolutions.
Chronic absenteeism doesn't just affect the individual child, but it affects the entire community. And one of the things that we know is that those who drop out of high school tend to be less fulfilled with their jobs when they're older. Ultimately, that can negatively contribute to the adults living in our community being less happy, being less fulfilled. The great news is that we can solve this issue. Starting from a point of promoting a culture of engagement rather than shame or punishment because a child isn't going to school or a parent struggling with getting their child to school. Instead, what we can do is we can be understanding. We can offer resources because together we can.